You know, guys, sometimes you just gotta take a moment to vibe with the music. Let's vibe. Okay, let's stop being cringe and get into this. I'm sorry. This is our final play-in preview. This one is between the Arizona Coyotes and the Nashville Predators, and this is such an interesting matchup. It might just be the best matchup I've seen. Most close matchup in my opinion. Okay guys, let's look at our bracket here. We've done 7 previews so far. The last preview down on the bottom right corner. Tomorrow we will be doing a full hour compilation of all 8 of our previews, and as well, at 3 o'clock tomorrow we will be doing our round robin preview. It's going to be a very simple preview on the stats of all 8 of these teams. It's going to be a very simple one, maybe a little bit of a longer preview, but nonetheless going to be really fun. Okay, let's skip through all this and just get into it, because I don't know, you don't want to look through all these slides, you know. Okay, here we go, everyone. As usual, we will go over the numbers first, and then we'll go over the storylines, all that great stuff, you know. Okay, Nashville, 35, 26, and 8, 78 points. Their top 6 skaters are Philip Forsberg, Ryan Johansson, Victor Arvidsson, Kyle Turris, Matt Duchene, and Mikael Granlund. Their top 4 D-men are Roman Josi, Ryan Ellis, Matthias Ekholm, and Dante Fabro. Their goaltenders is the star in the playoffs, the one who's so good right now, Pekka Rinne, and Jussi Saros as the backup. Their power play is 25th in the league with 17.3%. Penalty kill is 29th in the league, 76.1%. Arizona Coyotes on the other end are 33, 29, and 8, 74 points. Their top 6 skaters are Taylor Hall, Christian Dvorak, Connor Garland, Carl Soderberg, Nick Schmaltz, Phil the Thrill Kessel. I'm still not really used to Phil Kessel being in Arizona. You know, my kid brain is still focused that Phil Kessel is a Maple Leaf. Top 4 defensemen are Oliver Ekman-Larsson, Jason Demers, Jacob Chikrin, and Alex Goligoski. Their goaltenders, Darcy Kemper and Antti Ranta. Their power play, 19.2%, 18th in the league. Penalty kill percentage is 5th in the league at 82.7%. The season series is tied 1-1. Arizona outscoring the Predators 7-5. Okay. Now we're done with the numbers. Let's go and do a few storylines here. Now, as you see here, both of these offensive units can be very... As you look at them, you think they're pretty darn good. They have a good amount of talent in their forward group. But both of these offensive units are very, very frustrating to watch sometimes. In that goals has not come easy for these two teams. However, the Predators have a little bit more success by the numbers. They have scored 3.07 goals per game. Is that true? I'm going to check my stats here because that seems a little high for the Predators. Goals for per game. No, that is actually true. 3.07 goals for per game. Wow. Can't believe that's 16th in the league, huh? And Arizona is 23rd in the league, 2.71. Predators, this is why it's frustrating. The Predators are 5th in shots per game, and Arizona is ranked 14th. That's why it's so frustrating for the Predators, because they don't score a particular whole lot, but they shoot a lot. With that in mind, it's very important to note that the Predators did experience offensive regression after John Hines took over as head coach in early January. They were a better team, but their offensive numbers took a dip. Maybe that was a good thing, even because that's how they got into 6th seed, I don't know. The Predators have only one forward, Philip Forsberg, who has over 20 goals this season. The Coyotes have struggled even more in their offense, and they've been going out of their way to add offensive playmakers like Phil Kessel and Taylor Hall to the front end of the lineup. Has that paid off? Maybe it has. Maybe it helped them, push them into being in the conversation for the playoffs. I don't believe they were going to make it, but at least they had a chance, right? Nick Schmaltz is Arizona's leading scorer with just 45 points in 70 games. The Coyotes only also have one 20-goal scorer this year, and it's Connor Garland. On defense, however, Nashville has leading Norris candidate in Roman Josi, and they have Ryan Ellis and Matthias Ekholm as well. They haven't been the top-tier defensive team they were known to be in years past with Shea Weber, but they've been very solid, and they rank 11th in goals against and 16th in shots against. The Coyotes, you wouldn't really expect it, but they've thrived in keeping their goals out of their own net, and they're tied for third in goals against per game, but they do give up quite a fair amount of chances, 23rd in shots allowed. But that's probably also not helped by their inability to keep the offense going. So they're not scoring the goals to help Darcy Kemper, not scoring goals to help their defense. This is why the Coyotes have struggled immensely this year. Not scoring, even though their defense and goaltending have been spot on. They still can't win games, and Kemper should be stealing them for them. Still a very solid group on the blue line. It's pretty close there. Special teams, both teams have had their issues on the power play. Arizona much better, however, 18th in the league in the power play, 5th in the league in the penalty kill. However, the Predators' special teams have been one of the worst in the league, 25th in power play, 29th in penalty killing. Arizona clear advantage there. Arizona's goaltending has been excellent this year, and the Coyotes rank 3rd in collective save percentage, .919. Darcy Kemper has been at the front of the pack with a .928 save percentage, and he might have been a Vezina favorite if he didn't get injured during the season, which also in turn could have hurt the Coyotes. But you have to give credit to Antti Ranta and Aiden Hill, who's not on the list here, for filling an admirable way, and the Coyotes were still in the playoff conversation at the shutdown of the league. They were still just a couple points off that 8th spot. On the other end, goaltending, major issue for the Predators this year. Pekka Rinne has had not a very good regular season, to say the least, an .895 save percentage. Now we all hope that Pekka Rinne will be very good in the playoffs. He's always been too good in the playoffs, and we need him to repeat that sort of thing, shouldn't we? Shouldn't we just hope for that? I don't know, can we rely on that? But Nashville has been bailed out by Juuse Saros, which should be their starter in the postseason unless John Hines has some miracle work for Pekka Rinne. But Pekka Rinne deserves a little bit, maybe. Juuse Saros took over the starting role from February and posted a .940 save percentage in his 16 appearances from February to March. This is a very tough series to predict, and as I look at the numbers here from goaltending and their special teams, it looks like Arizona has the edge, right? You can look at the goaltending, but you can look at also how sad that they are to be in this low position with such excellent goaltending. And that stems from their failure of offense. And the Nashville goaltenders might be subpar, but if the Coyotes can't score, that doesn't matter anymore. If they don't get those chances and get those goals in, the Predators, even with their lack of scoring, has a pretty good chance of beating out your goaltenders, even though they're very, very stellar. For that, this might be a little bit contradictory to the numbers and all that, but I am going to give the edge to Nashville. And I know a lot of you guys probably chose Nashville in your prediction, but as I look at the numbers closely, it's very tough for me to actually choose Nashville, but I will. No, choose them in 5 games, but Best of 5, by the way, so best of 5 means going the distance. It's going to be very close. I do hope the Arizona Coyotes put up a great fight here, and they have a good chance of winning. And all the best to all these teams. As I'm done my previews, all the best to all these 16 teams competing in the play-in tournament. Tomorrow, we will go over the 8 teams who are seeded, and we'll get to skip this round. We'll go over their stats and all that stuff as well. At 7:30 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow, we will be having our 1-hour special on all this great stuff going on right now. Great stuff, I tell you. Great stuff. Alright, everyone. That's going to wrap it up for today. No more play-in previews tomorrow, but play-in hockey starts on Saturday, August the 1st, guys. Let's get hype. Thank you guys for watching. Smash that like button if you enjoyed it. All the best to all these 16 teams. And as always, it is time for us to go. See you guys. Have a great rest of your day, and take care, everyone, and enjoy the hockey coming up.